The only difference between chewy caramel and a delicious caramel sauce is the amount of cream that you add. This recipe only uses a few ingredients and takes just about 20 minutes to make in the Ninja Possible Cooker Pro. Start your Ninja Possible Cooker on high sear saute, and you can dump in your sugar as it's preheating. You need 1.5 cups of granulated white sugar for a small batch of caramel. It'll make about 2 cups. The pot is going to take a few minutes to preheat. During that time, just stir around your sugar a little bit so that it's in an even layer on the bottom of the pot. About halfway through the preheat time, go ahead and give your sugar a stir. And then stir a couple more times while it finishes preheating. You may start to see little specks of a darker amber looking sugar. That's perfectly normal. Just let it finish preheating, and then we will stir constantly until the sugar rocks form. All right, the preheat has finished. Now it's extremely important that you stir, stir, stir. We don't want to burn the sugar. It's going to turn into sugar rocks, and you're going to think you ruined your caramel. You did not. We're making dry caramel. There's no liquid added at this point, and it is so much easier than other forms of caramel. Once all the sugar turns into rocks, it's going to start to melt, and you're going to deepen that amber color. That is the caramel forming. True caramel is literally just cooked sugar, nothing else added, okay? So you can take this all the way to a deep amber color, and you will have a caramel that is super brittle. We're not going for that today though. We're going for caramel sauce. As soon as all of the sugar rocks melt, you want to turn your Possible Cooker Pro off. Stir constantly. That's very important. And now we're going to add in the butter. You want 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons of salted or unsalted butter. It's going to sizzle and bubble up a little bit. Add in just a pinch of salt, about 1/4 teaspoon. Continue to stir until all of the butter is incorporated. Add in 1/2 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and don't use paste in this recipe or you'll have black specks all throughout your caramel. Now, while you continue to stir, pour in 3/4 cup of cream, and I like to use room temperature, so take it out about 30 minutes before you're ready to make your caramel. And you are all done. You have made caramel sauce. It will thicken a little bit as it cools, and you're gonna wanna pour it into a glass jar for storage. Let your caramel sauce sit at room temperature for at least an hour for it to cool down, and then put the lid on and store it in the fridge until you're ready to use it. You can use your caramel sauce in so many different ways. Use it as a topping for ice cream or bread pudding. You can even eat it by the spoonful or use it as a caramel apple dip. Delicious. If you want to make this on the stove, you can check out my caramel candy recipe on thesaltedpepper.com.